me see if I can zoom in again. Aha! I have fixed it. Okay, now that that's back to normal. Back to the stream. Alright. Alright, so the topic for this one is Weird Wednesday, and I need to find something weird that I want to draw. Trying to look at topics right now. Alright, I think I have one that I want to do. Let me just write it down real quick. Put this note to the side. So I'm going to do it on... We'll do it on dysmorphophobia, the fear of deformity. That should be fun. Alright. Keep this note over here so you know what the topic is. Hey, what's going on, Newman? You finally got into the beginning of one of my streams, or you might be able to stay in for a bit. We'll see. Theme is dysmorphia, fear of deformity. Yes, it is actually. I choose from, like, whenever I do Weird Wednesday, I'm mostly gonna I'm gearing towards the fears that we would find strange. So, you know, the fear of deformity. I wanted to do that one today. I kind of choose from a giant list of fears, and I saw that one. I'm like, hey, you know, I haven't really drawn like a really weird, messed up kind of person portrait dealio in a while. So, because everything I've drawn beforehand is like skulls, you know, regular people sometimes. Excuse me. Yep, just got off of work, so I'm here. Nice. You're making it just in time. Yeah, I was gonna stream earlier. I was gonna stream at 10:45 in the morning. So I set an alarm clock last night, or this morning when I came back from work. I had turned off my alarm clock, but I ended up going back to bed. I was like, you know, I'll lay here for 5 more minutes. I woke up again, and lo and behold, it was like 2 in the afternoon. So I was a little upset with that. I was like, oh no, I had said I was gonna stream at 12. So I decided to make it a nighttime, a little late night stream. And you know, I do have some friends that also couldn't possibly make it to the afternoon stream, but they'll make it for the night stream. So I was like, oh, okay, it kind of works out for some of my friends. And then of course, you know, you two kind of seem like some of my dedicated audience. So I'm really happy that it kind of worked out where you guys were able to jump in as well for the night stream. Haha, it sounds like me. Yeah, you don't really realize how important sleep is until you actually finally fall asleep for once, and you just want to sleep forever, basically. How was both of your days, Kiriyama and Newman? How did your days go? Bless. Thanks, Irene. Thanks. I got a workmate for the first time in 4 years today. Hey, cool. How was obtaining this workmate? How did that whole process go down? Or Kiriyama? What do you do for your job? How was yours? Mine was a good day. I visited my friend in the hospital for the later portion of my day after I woke up. And my roommate picked me up from there around 7:30 p.m. Yeah, and we went and got some dinner, and now I am here. Overall, it was a good day. Mine went pretty good. It's good, Newman. It's good to hear. You know, short, sweet. Nothing really special happened today, Newman? Or anything interesting? I'm an application developer / database administrator for a college. Having there be a second one to me finally is a huge relief. Hey, you know, that's really good. So that, you know, all the workload isn't really put onto you, I assume. Once you have a workmate, it makes it a lot easier. Nope, just my normal day. Did some art, then went to school, and now just home chilling and doing some school. Catching up on some of that homework. So, did you do a stream today, Newman, or did you just do art like off stream, kind of just in your own time without having to go onto a stream? Sounds like a good day, mate. I did stream it, but didn't have anyone stop by, so that was pretty sad. Oh, man. I would have totally stopped by right in the morning if I had, waking up. Yeah, anyway, what did you end up drawing? I still gotta check out your stream. It's on my list of things to do, because I've been meaning to check out your stream as well, Newman. Gonna do it this morning actually, but of course, waking up late has a lot of disadvantages if you want to get some stuff done. Good evening. How's it going? What's going on, Doodleflox? I already asked the others how their day went. Doodleflox, how did your day go as well? Been working on a roots drawing, still got a lot of ink done today though. Hey, that's good. You made some progress on something. I think after the stream tonight, since I'll still be awake for a little bit longer afterwards, I'll go ahead and check out your stream. She says good. In a muffled voice. Nom nom tortilla. Got it. Muffled voice as in eating. I think I'm gonna try to stream tonight again after I finish this dumb homework. Alright, cool. I should probably... Do I follow you here on a Twitch? Let me go see if I do. Let me go ahead and go to your channel really quickly. Working on a original. Okay. What kind of tortilla is it, by the way, Doodleplox? Are you just eating the like the tortilla itself, or is there something like in it, like chicken, beef, cheese? So what's going on with this guy's mouth? That his lip? Yeah, this bottom part is his lower lip. The upper lip is very, very thin right here. So he's kind of got like this normal upper lip, but the lower lip is very, very pronounced, inflated. I put some turkey in it. Turkey tortilla. Gonna get sleepy, man. By the way, Newman, I went ahead and gave you a little follow on your Twitch page so that whenever you do start streaming, I'll get a notification. I can just hop right on. Dude has some intense chins going on. Yeah, his chins go all the way down here. I arrived late. What's the concept for this weird Wednesday? The concept for this weird Wednesday is dysmorphia, or dysmorphobia. There you go, dysmorphobia, the fear of deformity, Westifer. So I wanted to draw this dude that looks all kinds of strange, deformed. I don't know what all these little circle pieces are. Probably like little, I don't want to say moles, but I don't know what they would be. I'm just kind of making them look weird. So today I joined ArtStation and had my artist ego torn to shreds. It was pretty fantastic. I haven't gone on ArtStation, but when I'm on Reddit, I go to the r/illustration subreddit, and a lot of the stuff that's posted on there goes back to ArtStation. Like, people share it from ArtStation. What is ArtStation basically? Can you give me a little breakdown for what it is? It's kind of like the grown-up version of DeviantArt, where you post your professional portfolio and updates on projects. You can friend other artists and create contacts, also post your resume, and can see freelance jobs on occasion. It's a great resource to get freelance artwork since people use it to find artists. Oh, that's really cool. I'm gonna have to check that out, because I don't really like using DeviantArt itself, mostly because a lot of the stuff that's like on the main pages are, from what I've gathered, from what I've seen for the past few years that I've seen DeviantArt stuff, is a lot of it is having to do with Sonic hentai, stuff like that. Sonic, My Little Pony hentai, a lot of porn on DeviantArt, which isn't like. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of great like artists out there that make content like that. Like, have you guys ever seen Shadman stuff? I know I'm just throwing out these porn artist names, but like Shadman, Corey Spaz Kid, you know, they make really good, really great illustrations, or not illustrations, but how should I say it? Just art pieces in general, you know. And doing animation too, it looks fantastic. But like on DeviantArt, it's nowhere near any of that stuff. Gotta go fast. It's not. It has gone downhill in like a good amount. I barely see any really good like. You can't really, I guess in some sense you can judge what is and isn't good art. And DeviantArt is kind of that area where you just throw all your bad art onto. It's chili dog time. So I've been meaning to look for another place to throw my art instead of putting it on DeviantArt. I mean, like, I like using Instagram. Instagram is pretty great, especially a lot of the hashtags you can use for like illustration, drawing, photography, or whatnot. It's really cool. But I've been meaning to look for another place to actually throw maybe a portfolio. So I'll give ArtStation I'll give it a look. That's no good. I don't know a lot of Sonic lines that I could use for like a Sonic voice. Except the whole, you know, it's chili dog time. Or, some of my favorite lines to pull from any like Sonic game, or in a sense, would be the Shadow of the Hedgehog game. I like doing Shadow's like edgy, deep voice. It's funny. I like using his voice sometimes. And how inherently racist some of the beginning of that game is when you meet up with Sonic. You have to dig a bit, but there are some good communities that still exist on DeviantArt, which is why I've kept up my account. But it's not a great place to actually sell art. I prefer Instagram as well. Do I make this man drippy? Do I make him like droopy on some parts, like where I just add these little long droopy bits? I think so. I'll add some droopy bits on this dude. It's like he's melting. I haven't even heard of DeviantArt, but I'm still kind of new to this art stuff. Yeah, if you go to like if you go ahead and just look up DeviantArt, it's well, how in the sense that Doodleflox and I are saying it's gone downhill a bit is because, you know, back then DeviantArt, a lot of the artwork you would see on the main page was like really cool, interesting, you know, pieces. But now it's kind of gone into the whole, you know, I'm just gonna draw this character having sex with another character, this and that, you know. Mostly what you'll see on DeviantArt too. You know, it's not really a bad thing to see this, but, you know, fan art for like an anime, a manga, cartoon, whatever, what have you, you know. And, you know, some of it's actually really good. But, you know, sometimes I see a lacking in some original art on there. Maybe I'm just looking in the wrong communities, in the wrong places. No matter what, I'm either perfectly on time or like an entire hour out. Don't worry, Pickaxe. You're pretty much generally like 30 minutes late into the stream, but that is no problem because I'm not even done with the illustration part for this. Like just drawing it out. So you made it in time. You're not late. True. I use Instagram a lot. It's got a lot of really good art out there if you know how to find it. Yeah, it does actually. I know every day I probably end up following like a few new people because I find some really cool art that I enjoy to look at. I tried my best. Was playing League with Panda but like we got fucking ruined. I would not know, Pickaxe. I do not play League. I've heard it's cancer. But then again, I started playing a little bit of Overwatch, which I considered cancer at first, but I'm like, it's kind of growing on me, but I'm not really too into it. I just wanted to buy it because I wanted to play with friends. Everyone was playing Overwatch. No one wanted to play anything else. And I'm like, oh, I gotta join the crowd. It wasn't enough. And I am like, nah fam, not today. Screwed the crowd, be happy. Nah man, League is canceled unless you play with peeps. Playing any of those MP focused games alone, horrendous. No one actually made him do it though. No one made me do it, but I wanted to because I was like, my friends are playing without me. I have to join the crowd so I can have friends. But I gotta say, like, even then, like, I really don't like to play a lot of, like, online multiplayer games, because I'm more of a... I like playing single-player games a lot. I get immersed into games like that, because it's just one person. And plus, you know, a lot of the online community is just utter garbage. They're not garbage gameplay-wise, but I mean just attitude-wise. Peer pressure. I haven't played Overwatch in forever. When I play Overwatch, it makes me think I must be MLG or else my life means nothing. My life has no meaning unless I am top MLG 360 no scope player. Oh, I forgot the other important words. 420 blaze it. Wow, I don't know any more terms because that's not how I play. I've never played any video games. You like any video games ever, or just like none of the the popular games that come out, Newman? 360 no scope. 360 no scope when you jump in the air, do a 360, like turn around fully and just snipe someone without looking down your sniper scope. Console scrub. I actually that's basically me. I lived by the console. I won't die by the console because after I've discovered PC gaming in my life, it's become the greatest thing in the world. I think the thing that gets me upset the most is the console exclusives. Those are what upset me greatly. I played Mario and stuff on my Super Nintendo. I had a Game Boy when I was a kid, but that's it. Oh, okay. Right, there's nothing wrong with not getting into the modern gaming crowd. No judging. Everyone's got a different life that they lead, and that is a-okay. Is this man drippy enough, or should he be more drippy? Dude, screw this TV keyboard. Screw this TV keyboard. What do you mean, sir? What do you mean by screw this TV keyboard? Do you mean like what? Always more drippy, and I like it. I might make him a little bit more drippy, maybe around the ends over here. I feel like it's just going to be like a bust drawing, because I don't really want to add a body underneath this. I kind of like how it's just the head and the neck, top of the shoulders. He's a drippy boy. I'm watching you in the living room TV. Oh, got it. Yeah, screw that keyboard, dude. Then again, I don't really use that living room TV. I don't really use it unless I'm watching some dank anime. The dankest. let's see here. Let's. How much more do I want to do with this man? Just keep adding these drips. But eventually I'm going to run out of drips to add. I think that's as far as I'll go illustration-wise before I start laying down that ink on it. So, I was going to take a tiny little mini break from this before I ink it up. So now I have more time to look at chat or whatnot if you guys want to have a topic of discussion of some sort. Could you imagine seeing someone who looked like that IRL? I mean, fuck. It's kind of like I kind of pulled inspiration from if you ever watched The Walking Dead. There was one zombie that I really liked. It was like a really bloated one that was stuck in a what do you call it? A well. And he was so bloated and had like these like pus sores and like a lot of like folds and whatnot on him. It was drippy. That's kind of like where I pulled some of this from. Like it came out to like the top of my head. I was just like, let's draw something drippy, kind of a little bloated in the chin area, and just nasty. And I just thought of that. Oh, was that Shadowrun? In New York, I sometimes see people who look on the same level as this illustration. Do you usually see them like maybe in like the subways or something like that? Like there's some kind of mutated creature that lives in the dark. We don't see them. They come out late at night. Toxic shaman alive and well in 2016. Alive and well. Well, I don't know about well, but yeah, alive at least. It's fair to drop the well portion. I don't know, every time I kind of look at it, I kind of just want to keep adding more to it. Like, I see something else, I see potential in this, where I just want to add more. Maybe I'll just keep going. back to Newman's comment earlier, like, could you imagine seeing someone who looked like this in real life? Hey, could happen sooner than later. Gotta let that nuclear war happen. Anyone that's not in a shelter will end up looking like this, or you know, just vaporized, dead. But the survivors become these ghoulish, nasty creatures. In my mind, this image is 90% pizza. Oh, he's a drippy cheese pizza, man, with a lot of different toppings, you know. These things aren't little moles or little pus bubbles. No, they're... What else? What goes on pizza that kind of looks like bubbles? What is it? Just tiny little pieces of sausage. That's what it could be. So you're basically kind of like saying, yeah, I was gonna say, Sarah, Pizza the Hut from from Spaceballs. You beat me to it. I was gonna say Pizza the Hut. Shit, I could go for some pizza. Pizza sounds really good. Even though I just ate, pizza sounds really good right now. What are your guys' favorite pizza? There's a good topic of discussion. What are your favorite pizza toppings? Or just food in general? I need to go grocery shopping. Dude, you and me both, Big X. I'm actually going to go grocery shopping maybe Friday, possibly Saturday. I know you and Adam are coming over on Saturday, and we're all supposed to do the hangout thing. And yeah, you and Adam are supposed to be coming over, but I still want to get some grocery shopping done. Hawaiian, dude, Westifer, you and me, Hawaiian, so good. Green peppers and sausage. Green peppers, it's my jam right there too. Italian sausage for the win, mushroom and olive. See, I like everyone's choices on here so far. However, Doodleflocks, I do not like olive. I do not like olives. Olives make me sick. Toilet paper, Sarah, toilet paper is not a pizza topping. But other than olives, everything else sounds really good on pizza. No, Doodleflox, don't give me the sad face. Dirt. Don't give me the sad face. I'm sorry. I've hurt your feelings. And old pennies. Have you ever sucked on a penny? I know you're not supposed to, but you ever done that like as a child? Well, I am like 10 seconds off from everyone else. 10 seconds off from everyone else. Didn't we all? I'm pretty sure everyone has put a coin in their mouth at some point. I do love me some pepperoni and chicken. Oomph. And pepperoni and chicken. Get some, I've had like, barbecue chicken pizza. It's really good. It's cool. I also like broccoli and spinach on pizzas, and everyone looks at me all funny. I've actually had a broccoli and spinach pizza, and it's probably one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my life. You started the topic of conversation after you said you needed to go grocery shopping. You need toilet paper. By the way, artichoke hearts and sun-dried tomatoes. Hey, I'll be back. Don't miss me too much. Hey, Newman, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, man. I'll miss you, though. I will miss you too much. Burek 420, what's going on? Yeah, says Doodleflox. Yeah, broccoli and spinach, so good on pizza. I would have never thought. Because I got it on a whim one time. I went to the store and I was like, what is broccoli and spinach pizza? What would this taste like? It had like mozzarella cheese or something like that too. You know, I heated that bad boy up. Man, so good. Just cheese and just pepperoni, the worst types of pizza on the planet. Yeah, plain cheese, no thing. Plain cheese I am not a big fan of because I like having a lot of different toppings on my pizza or some kind of variety. Don't give me just plain cheese. I could do a plain pepperoni, but you know, as I said, I like to have more than just that. Like, mix it up a bit. Draw Zombies Donut. Zombies Donut. Burek, mind explaining what is a Zombies Donut? Or do you just want me to draw zombies and you're calling me a donut? Am I being called a delicious pastry? I mean, I might as well be a donut. I'm so unhealthy. I think maybe he wanted a zombie donut. I mean, I could draw a zombie donut. Like, do you want a zombie made out of donuts? A donut that is also a zombie? Like, like what do you entail with that description? I have this little Russian, and I do not Oh. Do you possibly mean that you do not understand because you don't speak English very well? Are you Russian? Is that what you're saying? I'm having a hard time understanding myself, only because the obvious reasons of me being a native English speaker. I do not take my comment back about possibly being called a donut. I think that's probably one of the best things I've ever been called is a donut. Could still totally draw a donut that is like a zombie. That'd be rad. Would it eat other donuts? Or would that just be like a cannibal zombie? Well, I guess zombies are cannibals because they eat people. So does he eat other donuts? Does he eat other pastries, not just donuts? Nut of dough. Nut of dew. Well, I'm not quite Russian. By the Russian, I write through an interpreter. I know you a little bit. I write through an interpreter. I know you a little bit. Okay, so you're just writing through, like... Okay, I think I understand the situation now. Okay. I wish I had, like, a voice modulator thing. So that it could translate my English into a proper form for you to understand. That'd be really cool. Other pastries running away from him. Could have like other donuts. You got some strudels in there somewhere. Dude, another topic too. What are your guys' favorite pastries? What are some of your favorite pastries? Cheese Danishes, maple bacon donuts, sweet cream Danish, hands down. All those are really good. I used to hate cheese Danishes, but I got a liking for them recently. My taste buds have expanded so much in the past year. Like just today, I had some Greek yogurt, and I used to hate Greek yogurt so much. But I had some Greek yogurt when I went to the hospital, and it had granola and cranberries mixed in it. It was so good. Well, they used to hate you too. But like, I'll go for like a cheese Danish. Well, I do. You know what? The one thing I still cannot eat, cream cheese. I refuse to eat cream cheese because it makes me sick. Sick to my stomach. No! Really? Wow. You're not lactose intolerant, are you? I'm not lactose intolerant, at least to the best of my knowledge. I'm not, because, you know, I can drink milk just fine. and you know, having cream is fine. However, you know, stuff like whipped cream doesn't really sit well with my stomach, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's just some, but I'm not, you know, where I'm gonna throw up with stuff like that. Maybe it's because I'm also not really too big on like a lot of cheeses either. I'm not sure. Maybe I gotta just go see if I'm some degree of lactose intolerant. It's mostly just a taste thing though. Like I think a lot of stuff just tastes really bad to me, in like the cream cheese wise, and it just makes me feel sick when I eat it. Do we call you Here's something else entirely? You can call me whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. You can call me Xavier, Locust, Donut. You can call me whatever you want to call me. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I just use the Locust name because I really like the sound of Locust. And, like, it just sounds like a really awesome thing to call something, like Locust. You can call me Xavier too, because that's my actual name. So, you know, I do like hearing that my actual name. You can just come up with a name for me too. A long time drawing, yeah, Burek. I've been drawing for a long time, ever since I've been able to like hold a pencil. Basically, I know every single artist says the same thing. I've been drawing since I've held a pencil, but you know, it's kind of true. Like, ever since I've been able to write is when I've started drawing. And granted, you know, I don't really have an entire full grasp of artistic concepts or, you know, anatomy or whatnot. You know, I'm not a master at arts. You know, it's just something, you know, I teach myself. I don't have a degree in an arts form to prove that I have a mastery over my craft. But to keep the answer short, yes, I've been drawing for a long time. My favorite streamer, whatever, is streaming. Yay! Oh, don't tell him he can call you anything. That's so dangerous. I'm open to a lot of names. I've been called everything, like, under the sun. Let's see, there's a lot of nicknames that went by in high school. A lot of them were kind of sheep-based from some of my friends because I have fluffy hair. My favorite one, anytime I tell someone my name is Xavier, they'll call me Professor X or just Professor. And there was a joke where I should become an actual professor at a college or something so I could be called Professor X in class. Considering his stream is Locust Farms, it'd be easier to call him Locust for easy finding. Yeah, you could. 3 a.m. ring ring ring. I can't confirm. Telling me I can call you anytime is worse. Salvation code. Oomph. You could call me Locust if you want. Locust or Xavier. I'll just keep it simple. Any of those two. But since, you know, Pickaxe does have a point, since my stream is called Locust Farms, if you want to call me Locust, it seems like a lot better. Only because it'd make it easier to search for too. So yeah, I guess call me Locust. I think that's something that's like really strange too. Like if you have a YouTube channel or if like you're a YouTuber, and you know you do have a name that you make for yourself on YouTube, but then you know the YouTuber will start just going by their actual name instead of their YouTube name. Or they'll mix it up and go by both. It makes it confusing sometimes. It's like you have to build an online persona, which, you know, I don't really have. You know, everything that I do online is basically me. I don't have this persona that I go by. I just like the name of Locust. That's why I use it for everything now. Like, even on DeviantArt, it's Ink Locust. But on my my Instagram, it's just my name, because I wanted to be like, oh, you know, I'm going to use my actual name for, you know, Instagram or anything like that. My Facebook page, The Art of Xavier Hart. I like that only because it rhymed. Because with my last name being Hart, H-A-R-T, has art in the name already. Dude, you have no idea. I absolutely love Scandroid so fucking much. Spud. Yeah, same with Game Grumps and with Ego Raptor. It's the same because you know he goes by Aaron Hansen, Ego Raptor. You know, sometimes you don't know what to. Even like when I'm listening to some podcasts that mention him, they'll mention him by both names, or they'll mention him as Aaron first, and then say, "Oh, you know, Ego Raptor," just so you know who they're talking about. You better have missed me, Newman. I missed you, like how I miss having fresh socks out of the laundry. I need to do my laundry. That's how much I missed you. And that, in a sense, yes, that means I missed you a lot. So would you have to go do, Newman? Want me to come do your laundry? If you want to. If you so wish, then you and I can meet in real life and discuss topics like, what's a good topping on a pizza? Then we can get pizza. And I would love you forever. Just take out the trash. That reminds me, I haven't actually taken out the trash in a long time. Like, actually gone downstairs from my apartment complex and take out the trash. Sometimes I come home and the trash is either piled up and, you know, overflowing, or I'll come home and the trash is gone. And I'm like, I didn't take the trash out, and I feel sorry because, you know, my roommate took it out. And I'm like, you know, I'll get it eventually. Nope. I know how lazy I am. Xavier, please love me. I'll buy you pizza, BB. You know me too well. You've won my heart. Oh, I know, says Sarah Mean. I apologize for keeping the trash in the apartment for so long. This is one of my favorite songs, by the way. Good roommate material right there. I don't know what I'll do when Sarah Mean finally moves out. The trash will never be taken out again. No, I think I'll get a handle on it. Because then I'll have some stranger living in my apartment and I'm like, oh god, I actually have to try to seem like I'm a honest to god good person. That I'm not some big man child. Okay, now for political questions. What's the best place to get pizza? Oh, you'll become Oscar the Grouch. Hey, I'll live in a trash can, but only for a day. We talking best for its price or best quality in general? Yeah, Newman. Best for price or best in quality? Because there is a major difference. You could go to a quality restaurant and it'll be expensive. Or you can get, you know, some cheap pizza, but it won't taste good. Like, best for price. Oof. Price-wise, pizza? And we're not talking about quality, so it can be some, like, nasty pizza, but, you know, it's cheap, right? Shit, man, 7-Eleven has an oddly satisfying greasy pepperoni pizza. Like, 7-Eleven's $5 whole pizzas, they'll keep you over. Like, they'll keep you good for maybe 5 minutes max before the pizza starts getting hard. So, like, it is, like, they'll give you the whole pizza if you order one. It's like $5, so, like, 5 something or maybe 6 something for tax. So it's really cheap to get it. Like, you get an entire pizza for yourself, or, you know, if you want to share with someone, but I usually get it for myself. However, you have to eat that thing fast, because if you let it sit out for more than 10 minutes, the crust starts getting hard, you know, it doesn't taste as good. And then when you heat it up after, you know, it's been out for a day, or you put it in the fridge or something to save the rest, it does not go well. The ending to that story is not good. Alright, what is the best pizza you guys ever had? Where's the best like, what is the best pizza you've ever had in your life? And where'd you get it from? Best pizza is in New York, no contest. Nah, man. Nah, fam. Chicago, that fucking Chicago deep dish. Oomph. Chicago. I've never had pizza from either, so I don't have an opinion on that. Hands down, get some real Chicago pizza and you'll be full after a single fucking slice. When I went to Jamaica, there was this amazing pizza place there that just dumped tons of Cajun meat on it. So good. That actually sounds really good. You guys are gonna make me hungry again. These pizza discussions are gonna make me want to crave some pizza later tonight. I can't be spending too much money because I'm about to spend out the butt on some sushi on a Saturday. Gotta save my money. Gotta disagree just because I don't like deep dish. Deep dish is really good, but you know, I have met a lot of people that don't like deep dish pizza for some reason. Chicago does have awesome pizza too. Little Italy in New York though. See, I've never really gone to any of those places, like New York. Well, I mean, I've gone to New York before, but I've never gone to any pizza places in New York. I've never been to Chicago, so I have no actual opinion on those places. Deep dish is more like a tomato pie than pizza. I think it's really just where you get the deep dish from, I guess. I'd rather have New York style most of the time, but I don't like it if it's like a cracker for crust. You know what I don't like though? When you order a pizza and the woman stares at you while your pizza burns. This is just awful. She clearly forgot about your existence. Then she looked at you and she was like, "Oh, I forgot. I have a pizza in the oven for her." She let it burn. Deep dish is still awesome. Yeah, deep dish is it's an awesome way to have a pizza. I guess I could see what you mean though by it being a it's more like a tomato pie. It's just I guess some places just make it better. So I mean, that's the struggle. She stared at me while she made a whole nother pizza. Yeah. Just awful. Probably like the worst customer service I've ever witnessed. I've been dealt some pretty shitty customer service in the past, but it wasn't from a pizza place. It was from an IHOP. A true struggle. IHOP always takes so fucking long. Yeah. Even like if you're there alone. Well, I can't really say alone. Yeah, I could say alone as well. You know, if you're alone or you're like with one other person, or you have like a small group of maybe like 3 people. I want to say 3 is like the max amount of people that you could say, you know, an order can take too long. And it'd be a bad thing. Because, you know, with large groups, I can understand if an order takes long. But say if you're in a group of maybe just 2 or 3 people, and an order takes almost 30 minutes to come out, there's a problem there. It also doesn't help if, like, the wait staff is, like, super rude to you. Favorite food nationality go. Oh god, the favorite food nationality, I like Hispanic food. Gotta go with my family. I love Hispanic food. So good. Cold Italian sub. I don't know, I kind of gotten out of like the cold sub taste. I used to eat cold subs all the time, but now I can only eat them if they're like warm and toasted. How about favorite? What's that word? Inebriates? Expand on that word, please, if you will, Kiriyama. And that's one of those words where I'm pretty sure I've heard it said before. I just have never seen the spelling for it. Alcohol. Oh, alcohol. Got it. Oh, like when you're inebriated. Things that impair cognitive function enjoyably. My brain is too small for words like that. Me and my friggin' $5 words. Let's see here. I'm not a really big beer guy, or I haven't really found the right beer for me. I really like, you know, your mixers and stuff like that. The most recent one that I had was a little bit ago, but I'll swear by this drink. Oh my goodness, I've never tasted something so good. It was a pomegranate sangria. That thing was really good. I will swear by it because I've never tasted something so good in my life. Drink-wise, that is. And if I'm just drinking with friends, I'll go with the classic Fireball. Fireball whiskey. Just to get a... Well, that's if I want to get, like, super drunk, so it's not really enjoyable in the aftermath, but... you want to talk about, like, something that I just want to drink, just to kind of feel good for a second, you know, just to, like, relax, I'd say... Maybe that sangria. I could drink that like at any time if I can go get it some more, and I'll be like, yeah, I'm down with this. Sados. I'm a sticky icky kind of guy. What is a sticky icky? I don't think I've ever heard that before. Even better than a Dr. Pepper slushie. Are you putting, I can't tell if that's actually just, you know, a slushie of the Dr. Pepper taste, or if there's some kind of mix in there and you put some kind of alcohol in that. Ooh, Dr. Pepper slushie. Weed. Liquid weed. I'm gonna drink some liquid weed. The loud. Wacky tobacco. That marijuana. Bubonic chronic. I love these names. These are good. Giggle smoke, swag. Weed is so 2016. Crack cocaine is what the cool kids do. Devil's lettuce. Cabbage Patch. The Skywalker OG. These are too good. Dank Kush. did not know Chocolope was a nickname. Chocolope. Nah, man, 2017 is the year of black tar heroin. Dude, bring it back. We gotta bring back black tar heroin. I'm gonna purchase 2 heroines and a side order of the Skywalker OG, and I'm gonna mix them together. I don't know, all my friends eat shrooms. Chocolope equals best strain. Shrooms only once. Acid or its lesser known counterpart, base. Ever. I'll have 1 Adderall, please. Yes, I'd like to have 1 Adderall, please. Any Drug Lab fans in here? I don't think I've ever heard of Drug Lab. Elaborate more, please. I like learning new things. I'll take a cocaine, please. Drug Lab is a YouTube channel where they test street drugs in a controlled environment. Ooh, that sounds really cool. I'm actually gonna write that down. Check out Drug Lab on YouTube. Exclamation point. Exclamation point smiley. The guy downstairs is making parrot noises. What? Why? They run some tests on the subject to get subjective effects. Huh. I'm definitely gonna check that out. That sounds really cool. Can I please have 2 Mary J's and a side of fries? Make cat noises back. My roommate is making cat noises right as we speak. Gotta scare the parrot noises away with your cat noises. Yeah, it's a very neat way to show the real impact of use. They even do short follow-up interviews the day after. Very neat. Huh. That sounds like something right up my alley. I'll definitely give it a look. This guy is like a blobfish and Howie Mandel had a baby. So I learned there are weed addiction centers. It's called a cookie. Weed addiction centers. Immortal blobfish man survives lava swimming thanks to this one cool trick. Marine biologists hate him. This one man had interspecies relations with a fish. You won't believe what happens next. Some clickbait articles for you there. The dab. You won't believe what comes next. I believe the man comes next. Hey, Lamau. That would be the progression of things. You ever wonder if someone gets a Viking funeral nowadays, they end up in Valhalla with a hairy Viking throwing them an axe and telling the Joe Everyman person to prepare for battle? Well, I know, the lead singer, de Gwar, he didn't have a Viking funeral, but his costume did. They gave a Viking funeral to his costume, so do you wonder if his costume is up in Valhalla doing battle as a Odorous? Well, I do now, thanks. Is that back to Pigax's you won't believe what comes next thing? I would like to see a new Garbage Pail Kids in this style. Hey, another idea for a later stream. I know. I'm actually really excited to do my my Throwback Thursday, which is actually that's tomorrow. Woo! I get to do a Throwback Thursday where I take an old drawing from my middle school, high school days, and redo it for my the style that I've kind of created for myself over the years. So I'm pretty stoked for that. Start your own knockoff brand. Trash can children. So why a fountain pen versus dip pen? Felt tip, technical, or ballpoint? Dumpster babies. So why a fountain pen versus dip pen, felt tip, technical, or ballpoint? It's weird. I know fountain pens are usually used for calligraphy. I know that. Fountain pens are the ones you'll use for like, oh, you know, this is a nice style of writing, calligraphy. The dip pens, like, are you asking me personally if which ones I enjoy more, or just why the argument on, you know, which pen is better? What exactly do you mean by this question, Newman? Bless me. Oops, wrong pen. I think they just want to know why you specifically use it. Okay, so yeah, I can go over this part again. I originally only used these for inking, and these were, you know, basically just little artist pens. You know, everyone has like a different nib size, shape, and whatnot, so you can get different kind of lines done with them. I don't know if you can see them properly on here. Actually, let me zoom in. Enhance. So, you know, you have like different nib sizes. So this would be like an extra small. You get like really fine lines with this. You get like this one right here is a small, you know, a little bit thicker line. Then you have your medium. So you see it's like a ball up there. So you get like really thick lines. And then the thickest lines you can get is with this, which is the bold. And that's what I was using to color in these parts right here. I do use a mixture between this, the dip pen and whatnot. I don't think I use a fountain pen. at all, because you know that is strictly usually used for calligraphy. But I love using this one specifically because you control the thickness of the line with these, and plus you can get a whole bunch of different size nibs or ends for them too. I have not used any of these yet. I mean, except for this one. This is the first one I used before I switch it over to using the current one that's in there for my lines. But yeah, I haven't used any of these yet. I haven't experimented with them yet. But you get a really good control over your lines with a dip pen, because however much pressure you put on the paper, that's how thick your line will be. So you can make your lines super thick, you know, if you press down on the paper hard enough, or you know, how not hard enough, but you know how much pressure you put on the pen itself, you know. Or you can make really thin lines by just lightly touching the paper, like when I did my little hatching lines. Really thin lines from simply moving the pen over it. I don't know, like I used to hate using this. Like, it's such a hassle to learn how to control, you know, your pressure when you're doing lines. But after a while, you know, it's become my favorite tool to use. Especially the whole dipping process of using ink like this. So you control how much ink you put on it as well. I don't know, it's not for everybody. There are a lot of people I know that try to use these and they just give up. I actually almost gave up using this after a few tries. But after a while, I kind of learned how to use it. Not really properly, but, you know, to the best of my comfort. Okay, true. I haven't played with pens too much, so just wondered your thoughts. Yeah, once again, the tools that you use for doing art, it's different for every person. You know, there is no one tool that does everything, or, you know, I'm not going to tell you there is a proper tool that you should be using. You know, the part about being an artist is you experiment with different tools and see what you are comfortable with. You know, I know a lot of artists that use crayons. Like, I've seen artists that just use crayons, and they can make beautiful pieces of artwork with just crayons. You know, one of the worst tools you could use in art. You know, crayons, chalk, or what have you. So it really just depends on you. You know, find what you think is comfortable, and you just go from there. Some fuckboy smoking outside my window smells nasty. BRB. Oh, here comes the trypophobia. Aha! So you caught on to like the holes in this guy's head. And I'm hoping I explained that properly as well, Newman. I hope I didn't make it more confusing or anything like that. Sometimes I have a hard time trying to find the correct words for, even now, you know, just trying to word this sentence is kind of hard for me. I have a really difficult time trying to word things properly. But, you know, I'm hoping you kind of got the gist of what I was saying. I got a, let's see, I get a 64 pack of peach color crayons for $1. Don't know what I'm gonna do with a bunch of the same color crayons, but I'll figure it out. So I wish you the best of luck. Best of luck on whatever you use it for. So Newman, are you still gonna stream tonight? Because if you are, hell, I'm gonna hop onto that after I'm done streaming. Well, I'm gonna put that on while I'm also working on something I should have been working on for a while. Ooh, melt them to make a sculpture. Yeah, a peach crayon sculpture. Yeah, I think so. Maybe in like half an hour. Okay. Yeah, because I'm almost just basically done with this drawing for the night. So if you start streaming, I'll definitely hop on, join the fun. Because I'm not gonna do too much in this guy. Kind of like how that's kind of like my feeling for the entirety of some of the drawings in this sketchbook. Is I'm not gonna do too much with this. So I'm very big on line art. You know, I do like having like color and stuff used in drawings, but you know, just having line art too kind of keeps it simple. And plus, if you wanted to scan it in, you already have the line art scanned in. You can color on top of it and whatnot. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and go through my sketchbook, by the way. It is February 1st, which means, you know, it's been a month since I've started this sketchbook. So, now that I finished this one, let me first take a picture of it so I can post it on all that good social media. Get a really good picture of this. Alright. Picture snapped. So yeah, let me go ahead and go through my sketchbook and show you guys everything I've done so far this month. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably know what I've done throughout the month, but I think it'd be kind of cool to go through the sketchbook here on stream. I still have to make my YouTube video for that too, to show off, oh, you know, it's a month in review. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start from the beginning. 654782 is not a great unlock code. You were close. It is not that is not the code, however. Alright, so when I did start the sketchbook, you know, I kind of just had to label it Drawing a Day 2017. I didn't put the end date yet because, of course, I have not finished the sketchbook. But every sketchbook that I complete this year will have a beginning date and an end date for how long the sketchbook lasts before I have to change into the next one. You had to look and see. Yeah, I did have to look and see. I am dumb sometimes, but yeah, so that goes for the outside of the sketchbook, just plain a label saying what the sketchbook is. So let's get into it. I skipped the first 2 pages only because they are the ones that are like stuck together kind of in here, and I use those as, you know, oh, those are the pages I'm not going to use because you know, it feels like there's less paper on that too, like when you open it, or the glue holds them too close together, so it pulls the page and there's not a lot of room to draw on it. But starting with January 1st, the very first day of this year was a self-portrait Sunday. So I did a self-portrait of myself as the first drawing. The first Macabre Monday I ever did. I really like how this one came out. You know, you have your skull with the hatching, and you have this blood dripping out of its mouth, and just a nice thick and then thin stream. Also doing the backgrounds black is something I liked doing too. However, if you do slide your hand over it, because it is ink and not, you know, paint or marker or something, it kind of rubs off on your fingers, and your fingers will start turning black. January 3rd, this was the first tell me what to draw Tuesday, so I asked my girlfriend. You know, I told her, hey, you know, tell me to draw something. And she told me to draw a majestic horse that was also steampunk, that has wheels for legs. I never really completed this one fully because I ran out of time, unfortunately. So my daily doodles have all been on 3x3 inch paper, so mine are a lot smaller and not in a book. I would say, if you get a chance to or get the money to, definitely get a Moleskine notebook. They're really nice. Moleskines are really nice. I've used maybe 3 Moleskines so far in my life, but I've never completed them. I have a really bad habit in not finishing sketchbooks. But this will help me, you know, finally finish a sketchbook all the way through. The first Weird Wednesday I did was trypophobia, the fear of, you know, holes or like intricate, like weird patterns, like just a lot of like clustered patterns, stuff like that. So I did this face that was just basically a giant hole with floating holes around it and whatnot. I even gave this guy, you know, missing gauges and stuff like that. A gauge in his underneath his lip, because I've seen stuff like that before and it's really weird. I skipped this page only because it did bleed through, because I used, for the black, I used a marker, so it did bleed through the pages. Here's where you're gonna see some of my my artwork that I really don't like, are the through a window Thursday. That's what Thursday used to be, where I would look out my window and quickly draw or sketch what I see outside. I hated drawing the same scene over and over and over again. You know, and I really didn't like doing that, so I wanted to toss that out and have a different Thursday, but you know, you'll see a few of these really sketchy like scenery drawings. My first Fantasy Friday, another one of my favorites is I drew a beholder and one of my favorite D&D monsters. And I really like how this one came out, like all the different eyes I used for him. You know, and having the attached pieces of skin in his mouth. And like that, I just really like how this one came out. This is the first Sci-Fi Saturday drawing I did. I just wanted to do like a kind of robot human-esque head. Very, very Giger inspired on this one, due to like the shape of its head is kind of like the xenomorph from Alien. You know, there's a lot of grays and blacks going on in this, because Giger is my favorite artist. I have a lot of his a lot of prints of his artwork on my wall. And then we go back to the self-portraits. As you can see, there's a little bit of red on this page. It kind of transferred over from this image. But I really like doing this one too. This one I started using blue colored pencils as like a base for sketching, and I just went over it with a regular graphite pencil. This is me in my work uniform, or kind of work uniform. You know, I have my blue polo on with my name tag. Another macabre Monday. So a nun with like her eyes being held open with some kind of device, bleeding from the eyes and the mouth. This is a tell me what to draw Tuesday. My buddy Westifer on here on the stream told me to draw a like scientist in mid-transformation. So I drew this guy kind of like mid-transformation into like a reptilian kind of creature. And you know, I didn't do the whole, you know, I did it over here where, you know, an eye turns into a reptilian eye, but I kind of want to imagine like a reptilian eye growing out of the side of this dude's head, and it kind of pushes its way into his eye. I don't know what exactly I was really doing with this. I did have a lot of fun doing it though. This one, a very phallic drawing that will probably be really bad to see on a live stream. I know Twitch has these like rules for something that you're not supposed to have like sexual things or whatnot. That's one of the rules for art. I know, I gotta hide the dick. I'm gonna get banned. I'll show that much of him. He's this is for like a that's not working out too well. There you go. That's what was that for? It's a celebration in Japan that where they celebrate this hero basically. That there was a woman going around, like if you guys ever seen the movie Teeth or heard about it, you know, the girl with the teeth in her vagina or whatnot. There's a hero legend in Japan where this guy had saved this town basically from this woman from eating men or whatnot with her vagina dentata. Let's see, have a good stream, bedtime for me. Alright, Westover, thanks for coming by, dude. Where was I? Right, so this guy made a steel phallus and just basically fed that to her, and it broke all the teeth in the vagina, and then he celebrated as a hero. He saved the town. Another scenery one. This is when I took a trip back to Woodbridge, back to Nova. So I was drawing a scene from a window where I was sitting. Well, shit, my freaking internet crapped out. Oh no, Pigaxe, no! Another Fantasy Friday. This one was of an Illithid. Or a Mind Flayer and whatnot. I never really completed this one either. I used another one of my favorite pencils to use for line work. It's not that one. Where is it at? Somewhere in this little container. Ah, here it is. This one right here, I put red graphite in here, so you know you get like a red base. You know, outline it on top with regular graphite or ink. Sci-Fi Saturday, just wanted to draw a purple alien. I wanted to get a little crazy with some color schemes in here. He's got like this yellow goatee or whatnot with a green highlight in it. He's got a green upper lip and whatnot. I just wanted to be a little weird with that one. Another self-portrait Sunday. With every self-portrait Sunday, I kind of want to do something different with it, whether it be, you know, use a different tool or different shading style. One of my favorite ones I've done so far, because I like drawing skulls. Animal skulls are fun too. This was Macabre Monday. So, you know, I drew this ram skull or whatnot. Goat skull with the Leviathan cross in it, and it's bleeding underneath it. Tell me what to draw Tuesday. A friend has suggested for me to draw myself as a Pokemon trainer and use my my team basically. So, you know, these are some of my favorite Pokemon. I kind of have a theme going on with it, but not really too much. I guess they were saying I would be a good poison gym leader. So, you know, you got coughing. I'm holding coughing. There's a Haunter, Arbok, Ghastly, Magcargo, and Gengar. This one was another Weird Wednesday. This is for the Fear of Clowns. I didn't write the title for it like I did on the other Phobia one where I would write the Phobia. But, you know, the Fear of Clowns. This is actually in a smaller sketchbook. I'm actually going to go grab my other sketchbook too. That's where I got, where I pulled this one from. My tiny sketchbook that I never completed either. Where is the clown drawing in here? There it is. Oh, and I passed it. Never mind. There it is. So I took this and just basically made it into this one right here. Can't tell which one I think is creepier. This one right here or the sketch. But the sketchbook I did like a few years ago. God damn it, I was out, I was done, those fucking bastards. Reminds me of Sweet Tooth, but better. I actually do like the Twisted Metal games. That's where I kind of like the whole clown motif. I got it from Sweet Tooth. There's a page right here where I had while I was doing this, I had this ink bottle close to me, and it had toppled over and spilled onto this page, and you know, it kind of got into here. It made the sketchbook look a little bit more used, which I kind of like. So, you know, instead of, you know, ripping out the page or whatnot, I just made it part of my sketchbook, and I was like, oops, I spilled some ink. Here's another scenery drawing. This one I kind of like a little bit more. There's more buildings, more structure in this one. I just used straight pen for this one. No guidelines, no nothing. I was just like, I'm just gonna do it squiggly, kind of. Fantasy Friday, I just did a little goblin. Just wanted to give him a little bomb, you know, give him some armor. Just some little goblin dude. Real quick drawing that I did. Sci-Fi Saturday, never completed this one. I only got this far with the head, but I do like how the head came out on this. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better doing like the tech and the sci-fi for like how close together and everything inside of a robot is. Another self-portrait Sunday, just using red graphite only. Macabre Monday, I needed to do something really quick because these are some of the days where I was running out of time. Because, you know, I started really late in the day doing these drawings, and then I have a certain time I had to go to bed in order to go to work. So it was just something I had to do really quick. So just, you know, here's a hand with black nails, with a slit wrist bleeding out a skull. Something edgy. Tell me what to draw on Tuesday. My buddy in the hospital, I did this while I was talking to him in the hospital. He suggested I draw a T-Rex that's ready for battle. He was supposed to have a machine gun, but I didn't get that far, unfortunately. But I gave him a belt full of grenades. And, you know, I did make it so that, you know, his little tiny arms could reach the grenades and throw them, but, you know, not very far. Here's another weird Wednesday. This is the fear of, like, being looked at, or the fear of, like, staring. So I just drew just a bunch of eyes, either staring at you or staring off. So, you know, they could be, like, looking around, but then they'll all focus back at you at some point. This is the very last scenery one I did. I never completed it because I just got so tired of doing scenery drawings. And as you can see, my next drawing bled through it. But yeah, I got so tired doing scenery, I no longer... Thursdays are no longer Through a Window Thursday, and are now going to be Throwback Thursday. A Sci-Fi Saturday, which I accidentally did on Friday, so I have two sci-fi themed ones here. Because I forgot what day it was, and I was like, oh, it feels like a Saturday, it must be Saturday, so I did this dude. And then I realized, oh no, it's Friday, I was supposed to do a fantasy drawing. So then I went over here. If I knew it was either Sci-Fi Saturday, I kind of feel like I wouldn't have done this piece, which I like a lot. Which is the famous scene from Alien when the chest burster comes out of John Hurt's character, and you know this was in like kind of my piece to say, you know, rest in peace John Hurt, because he died on the 27th. Which, you know, this piece would have never existed if I had not made the mistake here of doing a Sci-Fi Saturday on a Friday. You know, so I'm kind of happy that I made a mistake here so that I could do a commemoration for John Hurt in, you know, one of my favorite roles from one of my favorite movies, being Alien. And, you know, this is where I tested out the splatter effect with my with a toothbrush. I put it in the black and the red ink, and I was just splattering it around. Kind of give it that gross, gritty feel to it. And like you can even feel like the ink on it. Like if you were to feel this page on the sketchbook, all the ink was so bunched up and thick that you can actually feel the different layers of ink on it. I like this self-portrait only because I made the forehead so big that I keep saying I look like I came out of like the movie Akira because of the big forehead. You guys saw the stream for this one, for that Macabre Monday. I really like the skull with the energy blood horned crown and the blood coming out of the mouth being some kind of energy. This was yesterday's stream, which was the unicorn with that's supposed to be spooky, but it's not really too spooky. It's kind of like just a weird unicorn with a third eye, some red mist, and the sparkly silver horn. And then there goes today, February 1st. It was a weird Wednesday. And that's what I have in the sketchbook so far. It's officially been a month since I started this sketchbook, and I can see some kind of progress being made with it. I still have a good amount of pages to go before I have to buy a new one and continue it. I feel like by the end of the year I'm gonna have so many sketchbooks though. And the funny thing about buying a moleskin too is they're not cheap. If you buy a moleskin, you have to use it. Fucked up unicorn is best unicorn. Fucked up unicorn is best unicorn. But yeah, moleskins are not cheap. This thing runs like $20 or whatnot for a single moleskin of this size. Like, it's not even like really that big. It's like your kind of like the standard. Oh, you know, if an artist wants to have a moleskin notebook in their pouch, this is the kind that they would buy, or the size they would buy. You know, I've seen the really big ones that go for like $30, and I'm like, oh no, I don't think I could ever spend $30 on a sketchbook. You know, just buying this was pushing it, but you know, I do say it is worth it. I do like the quality of the paper. You feel like you're kind of making the most out of it when you're drawing. So yeah, that is my sketchbook for doing these, drawing a day. I probably have to take this sign off and relabel it as daily drawing, because I used to label everything drawing a day, but it's kind of like, that's almost like saying, oh, I'm drawing a day out of the week. I am drawing that day of the week. No, I'm drawing something every day. Did you guys want to see me go through my tiny sketchbook just to pass a little bit more time? Just to see, like, I do have more ideas in here for stuff that I want to do. These are like future projects, or like some small sketches that I've never got to yet. But since, you know, my style has changed in the past 2 years, and I've gotten a little bit better at what I do, I want to make these into like bigger pieces, and I can stream those too as well, my personal projects. Big X says yes, so on with the sketchbook it is. As long as one person says yes, someone is interested. Well, this was recent. I did something on receipt paper while I was at work because I was bored. This is like, I'm really into the Binding of Isaac, as you could probably tell from my one of my tattoos I have on my arm. So I just did a quick little thing going, "Dear Diary, today I died," which is what is said, you know, when you die in the game, and I just did a little tiny scene. So, just something really small at work because I get bored easily at work. The first sketch in here is actually what I'm working on. You guys saw in last stream, which is the piece with the guy with the melty hands with the holes. It's actually, it started out as this weird, kind of weird dude. I don't know how to explain it. There's a sculpture I did for this one called the Pale God, where it's just this one-eyed god that kind of has this like weird big head that's like almost like a headdress kind of deal. I did a sculpture of this that's sitting on my shelf. I can actually go grab it too. Oh goodness, I had done this back in college, or at community college. Let me zoom out a little bit. Yeah, but this was my sculpture of the Pale God that I created. You know, he's just completely white, has these purple orbs, this eye I don't really like too much because it juts out so far from the head. But, you know, I do like it in the end. I like how the paint job came out on it a little bit. You know, I used acrylic paint for this, and it's on a wooden base. You know, it was screwed in with this metal pipe kind of deal to get the shape, so I can sculpt around that to keep it stable. because I tried sculpting without a base underneath it, or like the pipe in there, so the head kept drooping down and falling off, but this kept it like in place. Very Phyrexian. Yeah, another inspiration for like these pale gods or these pale creature drawings are the Phyrexians from Magic: The Gathering. They are one of my visually one of my favorite things about Magic: The Gathering. Captain Jealousy is at maximum. Captain Jealousy is at maximum. I might redo the Pale God sculpture, make it better, in a sense. Okay, back into the sketchbook. After that was I had done a bigger piece for this too. This is called Oracle 2. I'm pretty sure on one of my other streams I showed off my my Oracle drawing that's the drawing I submitted to the gallery in my community college. Hey, I'm gonna go get some work done so I can stream in a bit. Peace out, y'all. Alright, Newman, thanks for coming out to the stream once more. You know, really cool to have you here. One of my first new followers was you, Newman, and you know, having you here is always a joy. So go get that work done, dude, and I'll definitely watch your stream when you start streaming. Fire the heavy missiles. But yeah, back to the Oracle thing. This one was titled Oracle 2 because I was gonna make a whole series on Oracles, but that never got far. I only got as far as Oracle 2, and I don't even like Oracle 2 very much. It's almost like the same as this sketch, so I kind of dropped that. Might redo Oracle 1 just to make it more my style now than it was a few years ago. Just a concept or something. I was gonna make something called Exile, but never got far. Once again, sketchbooks, not really full ideas, just sketches. He was one of your Newman? Ha ha ha. Shut up, Big X. Time to be artistic edge and draw a skull and a heart fused together. That was just writing for different dates that I had to remember and stuff like that. This was symbiotic parasites, so think Venom. That's basically the basis behind this one. A little sketch of someone having a weird eye and these hands coming out from underneath the eye to grab it. This, I want to do a series on Mancers. Not the TV show Mancers, but you know, like, you know, a Technomancer or Chronomancer. This was a Chronomancer, so he can manipulate time. Stuff like that. Pyromancer, Geomancer. This was going to be a Necromancer, but I didn't get too far with that one. Let me zoom in a little bit more on the sketchbook. Aha! That's so much better. I don't know what was going on here. Doodled this up in one of my classes in college. Like, this is basically... these are all sketches from college. In here. Looks like Murderface. Yeah, he kind of does look like William Murderface, doesn't he? That other Mancer. I don't know what's going on with this one. One of my friends really liked this one for some reason. I wasn't too big on it. And then of course you go back to the whole phobia thing with the clown. In my notes, it looks like I was gonna do a piece that was based off of a Magic: The Gathering card, Markov Patrician. I was doing it based off of its text because there was a text in there that said "Wine of the Vein," and I really like the sound of that, so I might come back to that one. Another phobia one I might do in the future, maybe in the Weird Wednesday too, is Arachnophobia. So, you know, he's got all the baby spiders climbing on his head. He himself is becoming a spider with the spider coming out of his mouth. Just a lot of spider going on here. This was an elephant tattoo design I did for my friend, and he did get the tattoo on his chest. I did do a digital version of this to, you know, give to the tattoo artist. But he got it with the trunk facing upwards instead of down. I guess that means something with the elephants. I didn't go too deep into, you know, the different positions of elephant trunks and what they mean. But I really liked how that came out too, and like the final design for it. And he really liked that I did this for him. This was another tattoo design I was doing for him, but this one didn't really go anywhere. So we kind of dropped this one. I liked, you know, I did this one. I also did digital art for too. I might show off all my digital art at some point, but not tonight. That'll be for another stream. But this was another concept I wanted to do with him. I don't know what's going on here. You can fill in the story for this drawing. A piece that I was gonna call God Complex. So this is before. I know some people might make some connections to Gravity Falls with the whole triangle in the eye with Bill Cipher, but this is before I started watching Gravity Falls. I kind of really liked the concept of triangles and eyes in them, so I was like, oh no, it's like a human Bill Cipher body. What's this one? This was going to be called the Deceiver. So it's just like this god that holds all the different things that you could use to deceive people with. So like, you know, you have like a heart, you have love, money, word of mouth, like lies and stuff like that. Some of my favorite stuff right here. Call him Bat Fat. It started out as this little sketch on some receipt paper, and then I just started doing like different styles for drawing a fat Batman. And I kind of like this one, all like the chin, like how big the chins are and whatnot on him. Just a simple little rose drawing I did while I was waiting somewhere. Amalgamation. This is the very first piece I worked on when I moved to Richmond into my new apartment, and I do have that. Sitting somewhere. I just don't remember where I put it, but there is like a really good piece I did for that. You know what? I'm gonna go find that because I actually really liked how Amalgamation came out. It's one of the pieces I worked the longest on, so I'm actually gonna go find that. Okay, yeah, so with amalgamation, it coming from, you know, the word amalgamation, which is like just a cluster of a bunch of stuff like together like that. I had done, let me see if I can, it's in this folder. Aha! Hopefully it's not too reflective. Zoom out a little bit. It's this right here. And you know, I really like, this is probably one of my favorite pieces I've ever done. Once again, it's another one of those where I do want to come back and redo it to add some more detail into like a newer version of this drawing right here, or this piece. I kind of wish I had thought of and made that in college, so maybe I could have gotten that one in the gallery instead of Oracle. This was the concept for something I was going to make. It was a fetal alcohol syndrome. So I just literally took the two things in that wording and put them together. So you have fetuses inside of a bottle of booze. Some weird wing concepts that I never finished. And this is my my profile picture so far. It's this grasshopper head man on a dude wearing a plaid shirt. Alright, Saramine, good night. Thanks for coming by. Another weird alien. Concept for something I want to call mechanical matriarch. So it would be like the mother of all machines. I'm gonna come back to this one also at someday. I think this might be one of the last things I did in here. Yeah, just a quick little mushroom, like screaming mushroom dude. Oh, this was like a quick little concept that I did before I went to bed one day because I'm really into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I wanted to make my own stands. So this one was going to be a bad romance based off of the Lady Gaga song. Oh, looks like my friend Chris drew something in here. This is his drawings. And that's it for this tiny little sketchbook. And with that, I think I will call it a stream. Because, let's see, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours? Yeah, a good amount of time. And I did get the drawing done like a whole maybe 30 minutes ago. So, yeah, that will be the stream for tonight, guys. Thanks again for coming out. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you guys coming out, you know, talking, watching me do the art thing. I will keep up with my schedule, and I will stream again tomorrow at noon. So come on by if you can. I might end up doing 2 streams tomorrow. So I'll do the one at noon, and then I'll do the one at night as well. So I'll do 2 streams tomorrow if you guys want to come to either one of those or to both of them. I will post it on my social media pages, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, what have you. So you guys can be up to date with stuff like that. But yeah, thanks again for coming out, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.